Now I am going to explain the content of our trading course. In the first section, I am going to discuss about basics of Python. In this part, we are going to discuss fundamentals of Python. This section is for absolute beginners. In the second section, we are going to discuss about data analysis with Pandas. Pandas is a Python library designed for data analysis. We are going to use Pandas for do essential calculations in algorithmic trading. In the third section, I am going to explain the strategy plan. Fourth section is Binance Futures algorithmic trading with Python. In this section, we are going to build functions of our trading bot. Next section is assembling the trading bot. In this part, we are putting all the functions together and build our trading bot. In the final part, we are discussing about multiprocessing. We are upgrading our trading bot to trade multiple currency pairs simultaneously. Hello guys, welcome to the first section of the course. In this section, I will teach you the basics of the Python. If you are already familiar with the Python, you can skip the first section and start with next section. In this video, I will teach you how to install Python and PyCharm in your computer. First, go to the python.org downloads, then click download Python 3.11. Now select add python.exe to the path. Then click customize installation. Then again click next. Then click install to install Python. Since I have already installed Python, I am not going to install Python at this time. Now go to Google. Then search here PyCharm. Click download PyCharm. This PyCharm professional version is a paid version, but we can use PyCharm community version for free. So download the community version. Now click next. Select the installation folder. Next, create desktop shortcut. Select admin folder to the path. Click next, then install. Now click finish. Now I am going to open the PyCharm. Now click new project to start a new project. Now you can give any name here. I am giving Python basics. Now select these things and delete them. We do not need them. Okay, now we have successfully installed the PyCharm. In the next video, I will explain the basics of Python. In this video, I am talking about the print function. Let's begin with printing hello world. So the command is print within parentheses the statement. I am typing hello world. Now let's run the program. Now you can see the output hello world. Now suppose we want to print a variable. So I am creating a variable called name. equal to John. Now I want to print this variable, so I am going to type within parentheses name of the variable. Now let us run this program. Now you can see the value of variable is printed. Now assume we want to print a statement plus variable. As an example, we are going to print hello John. So I am typing here hello, comma, name of the variable. Now you can see the statement plus value of the variable has been printed. Now I am creating another variable called age equals 23. Now I want to print hello John, you are 23 years old. So I am going to type Now let's run this command. Now you can see the output is hello John, you are 23 years old. Now I am going to do the exact same thing using format function. For that, and type again print within commas hello. Now I am putting curly braces to the locations of variables hello, you are, again curly braces for the age, yes, old. Now outside the quotation marks, put a dot, then type format within parentheses variables in the order. In this case, name and age. Name, comma, age. Now I am running this command. So now you can see exact same result. Now let us try a fish string. Again I am typing print, then type a f, then within quotation marks the statement. Hello. Now we can type the names of variable within the curly braces. Name, you are, within the curly braces age, now I am going to run the command. Now you can see exact same result has been produced. Here I have to put a space. Now you have to remember this command because we are going to use this command in the future videos. In this video, I am going to teach you about variables. We use variables to store values. When we are storing a value in a variable, there are three parts. First, name of the variable, then the equal sign or assignment operator, then the value. In Python, there are two rules for naming variables. First, we can use only numbers, letters, and underscores in a variable name. We cannot use spaces or special characters in a variable name. Let us try some examples. I am creating a variable called my variable $sign equals to 5. Now you can see it gives a syntax error because it contains a special character $sign. Now I will remove the $sign Now we can create the variable. Again I am creating another variable called my space variable. Again it gives error because we cannot keep spaces in the variable name. I can add the underscore instead of spaces. Now I can run the program without errors. The second rule is we cannot add numbers at the beginning of variable. Let us try some example. I am creating a variable called to my variable. Now you can see again it gives error because we cannot use numbers in front of the variable. Instead we can use numbers at the end or middle in the variable. Now I can run the program without any errors. Now let us talk about data types. There are four main data types in Python. They are string, integers, floats and booleans. To assign a string value to a variable, we have to use double quotation or single quotation marks. I am creating a variable x equals within double quotation marks 30. Now I will type print type x. Now you can see the data type is string. Now I will remove this quotation marks. Now this value is stored as an integer value. You can see the data type is integer. Integers are basically numbers without decimals. Now let us convert this into a float by adding a decimal place. Now you can see data type is float. The last main data type is booleans. It contains either true or false values. I am giving value true. Remember the T is capital in Python. Now you can see the data type is boolean. Again we can assign false value also. Remember first letter is capital in boolean data types. Now let us see about interconversion between data types. We can use int function for converting a value into integer data type. So let us try converting string values into integer values. I am typing 432 in string data type. Now you can see the data type is integer. Again I am typing print x. Now you can see the value of x. It is 432 in integer value. Now let us try converting a float value. Now you can see the data type is integer. Now let us add multiple decimal values. You can see all the decimal values are ignored. Now let us try converting a value into float value. For that I am using float function. Within the parentheses I have to give the value. Now you can see the data type is float. All the decimal places are preserved. Now I am giving the integer value by removing decimal places. Now you can see the data type is float and the value is 543.0. Now I am giving a string value. Now you can see data type is float. Now let us use str function to convert the value into a string value. Now you can see data type is str and value is 543. It is not an integer, it is a string value. Now I am giving a float value. You can see data type is str. Now I am giving the integer value. Now again you can see data type is str. Finally, in this variable lesson, we have to learn assignment of multiple values into variables simultaneously. I am going to create three variables called a, b and c, then assign values 1, 2 and 3 into these variables simultaneously. For that, syntax is a, comma, b, comma, c equals 1, 2 and 3. This will assign 1 into the a, 2 into the b and 3 into the c. Let us print the values. Now you can see three values are assigned simultaneously. Now let's talk about arithmetic operators. First arithmetic operator is addition. Let's create a variable called a equals 3, b equals 10. Now I want to add a with b. So the command is a plus b. You can see answer is 13. Now I want to subtract a from b. So I am typing b minus a. Now you can see the answer is 7. Now I want to multiply b with a. I am adding star sign. Now you can see answer is 30. Now I want to divide b with a. So the sign for division is slash. Now you can see the answer is 3.33 and it is a float value, not an integer. If you want to get integer, you have to use 2 slashes instead of 1 slash. Now you can see answer is in integer values. If you want to get the remainder, you have to use percentage sign. It gives the modulus. In this case, remainder is 1. We can use 2 star signs to indicate the power. Now this means b to the power a, that is 10 to the power 3. Now I will run this one. Now you can see the 10 to the power 3 is 1000. Now let's talk about comparison operators. These operators compare two values and give output in true or false values. First one is equal to operator. This operator compare two values and check whether they are equal or not. Let us try some example. I am checking 2 equal to 3. In this case, this operator compares whether first value is equal to the second or not. Now you can see it gives a false because 2 does not equal to the 3. Now let us try another example. Next time I am typing 20 equal to 20. Now the both values are equal. Then the output will be true. Next comparison operator is not equal to sign. This operator gives true when two values are not equal. In this case, 20 equals to 20. This gives false. You can see the output is false. It gives true when the two values are not equal. Now the next operator is greater than. This condition gives true when first value is greater than second value. Next operator is less than operator. It gives true when the first value is less than the second value. Let us try some example. In this case, 3 is less than 20. Now we can get true output. Now if I increase first value than the second value, it gives false. Now you can see output is false. Next operator is greater than or equal. It gives true when the first value is greater than or equal to the second value. Now let us try example. Now the both values are equal. It will give true. Again I will increase the first value then second value. Again you can see output is true. Next operator is less than or equal. It gives true when the first value is less than or equal to the second value. Now the both values are equal. It will give true. Now I will decrease the first value then second value. Now you can see it gives true. Now let us talk about Boolean operators. There are three main Boolean operators. They are AND, OR and NOT. First let us begin with AND operator. AND operator gives true when all the conditions are true. Let us try some example. I want to test true and true. Now it will give true because all the conditions are true. AND operator gives false if either condition is false. Now you can see the output will be false. Now let us try in the example. First condition is 5 greater than 4. Second condition is 4 greater than 2. Now you can see these both conditions are true and the output will be true. If either condition is false, the output will be false with AND operator. Now you can see output is false. Next Boolean operator is OR. Let us try some example. This Boolean operator gives true if either condition is true. You can see output is true. If I change one value into false, it will again give true because there is one true condition. Now I will change the other value. Now you can see output will be false. The final Boolean operator is NOT operator. It will invert the true or false conditions. Not true. You can see the output will be false. Again not false. You can see output will be true. Finally in this video, let us talk about types of assignment operators. The simplest type of assignment operator is equal sign. It will assign given value into a variable. Now this is the assignment operator. This operator will assign this value into x variable. Now you can see x equals 6. The next assignment operator is plus equal sign. This operator will add given value into existing value of variable. Now this operator will add 1 into the existing value of x. Now let us see the output. Now you can see 6 plus 1 is equal to 7. Now you can see 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. Next one is minus equal sign. This operator will subtract given value from existing value. Now in this case it will subtract 2 from 6. Now you can see output will be 4. Next one is multiplication equal sign. This will multiply the existing value with the given value. Now in this case it will multiply 6 with 2. Output will be 12. Final assignment operator is divide equal sign. This will divide the existing value of variable with a given value. Now in this case, this will divide 6 by 2. Output will be 3. Now let us try in the example. X plus equal 1. Again x plus equal 2. Now in this condition, this will add 1 to the existing value of 6. Then the value of x will be 7. Now in this statement, it will add 2 to the 7. And the final output will be 9. Let us run the code. You can see the output will be 9. Now let us talk about functions. Functions are block of codes which performs a specific task. We use functions to divide a complex problem into smaller chunks. Functions make program easy to run and reusable. This is the syntax for defining a function. We have to use def keyword for define function. Then we can use any name for the function. Then we have to use set of parentheses, then a colon. Then we have to keep a space of one tab here. Then we can write the contents of the function. Now let us take a look at function arguments. Arguments are values which can be passed into functions. In this example, I am creating a function called testfunc. Then I am passing an argument called v1. Then within the function there is a command called print v1. Now let us take a look at what will happen when running this function. To run this function, we have to specify function name testfunc. Then we can pass any value as an argument. Imagine I am passing number 10. Then the output will be 10 because this function is printing the argument. Now in this function, I am passing two values as arguments, v1 and v2. Now let us take a look at what will happen when we run this function. Now I am running this function by calling the function name add. Then within parentheses we can pass two values. I am passing number 10 and 11. Then the output will be sum of these two numbers. Again I can run the same function for different set of values. This time I am adding add number 21 then 24. This time the output will be 45. This is an example for reusing codes. Now let us take a look at return statement. Imagine if you want to store output produced by a function in a variable, then we can use return keyword. In this example, we are passing v1 and v2 as arguments, then calling function add by passing values 3 and 4. Then the sum will be stored within the x. Here x will be equal to 7. Again I am running this function y equals add. I am passing different set of values. Now y will be equal to 15. Now let us go to the PyCharm and take a look at live examples. Now I am creating a function called greet. For that I am typing def keyword. Then the name of the function is greet. Then pair of parentheses. Within parentheses I am passing an argument called name. Then colon. Now I am typing print if hello. Then within the curly braces name. Now let us run this function by calling the function greet. Now I can pass any value as argument. I am passing John. Now you can see hello John has been printed. Now I am creating a function for finding the square of number def and give it name square. Within parentheses I am passing an argument called n. Then I want to multiply the number by itself. Then x equals n times n. then print x. Let us run this function. I want to square number 3. So now the output is 9. Now I want to find the square of 4. Now output will be 16. Instead of printing the value, I want to store value in a variable. For that, I am using return keyword. Return x. Now I am deleting this part. Now I am creating variable called v equals square 4. Now I am printing variable v. Now you can see 16 has been stored in the variable v. Now I am creating a function for finding mean of 3 numbers. Def. I am giving name find mean. So in this case I am passing 3 values as arguments. A, B, C. Then colon mean equals A plus B plus C, then divide by 3. I want to return the mean. Return mean. Now let us run this function. I am creating variable called mean equal find mean. Now I am giving 3 numbers. Then I want to print the mean. Now you can see this is the mean of 3 numbers. Variables we are declaring inside the function are called local variables, while variables we are declaring outside the function are called global variables. Let us see the difference. Now I am creating variable called x equal to 6. Since this is declared outside the function, this is called global variable. Now I am creating a function def func. Now I am creating variable inside the function x equals 3. Since this variable is declared inside the function, this is called local variable. Now I want to print x. Let us run the function. Now you can see it is printing 3. Again I am typing print x without calling function. Now you can see value will be 6. Another important thing to remember is we cannot access local variables directly. Let us delete this global variable and see what will happen. Now you can see it gives error. You can see variable x is not defined. To overcome this problem, we have to use global keyword. I am using global x. Now x is declared as a global variable. Now we can access x outside the function. You can see now it is printing 3. Now let us see how to modify the value of global variable by a function. Again I am creating x equals 8. Now I am declaring x as a global variable. Now I am assigning 3 as the value of x. Then I am deleting this part. Then I am deleting this one. Now let us see what will happen when we run this code. Now you can see it is printing the value of global variable. We can modify the value of global variable by calling the function. I am calling the function. Now let us see what will happen when printing x. Now you can see value of the x is equal to 3. Now let us talk about list. Lists are used to store multiple values in a single variable. They are created using square brackets. So this is the syntax for creating a list. We declare the name of the list, then assignment operator, then within the square brackets we specify items separated by commas. Items in the list are ordered. So every item in a list have positive index and negative index. In the positive indexing system, first item of the list has 0 index. The second item has first index. And third item has second index. And so on. In the negative indexing system, last element has -1. Second to last element has -2. And the next element has -3. And so on. Now I am creating a list called X. Then I am adding values separated by commas. Now let us see how to select a specific item in a list. I am typing print name of the list. Then within the square brackets I have to specify the index of the item. In this case I want to select element D. So the index will be 0, 1, 2, 3. So I am specifying number 3. Now you can see D has been printed. Now let us see negative indexes. In the negative indexing system, last element of the list has -1, then the next element has -2, and so on. Now I want to select element B in negative indexing system. So the negative index will be -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5. I am typing -5. Now you can see element has been printed. Now let us see how to select range of elements. Within the square brackets I have to specify the starting index, then a colon, then the ending index. Now let us see what will happen. Now you can see it has been printed element 1, 2, 3 and 4. Final index has been ignored. Now I want to select elements from index 2 to index 4. In this case, it will select element from index 2 to index 3. Element with index 4 is ignored. You can see this is the element with index 2 and this is the element with index 3. This is the element with index 4 and it has been ignored. Now let us see how to select element from index 0 to specific element. In this case, we have to keep blank for first index, then specify the second index. I am giving number 5. In this case, it will print element from number 0 to element with number 4. 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Index 5 will be ignored. Let us run this. Now let us see how to select element from a specific element to the last element. In that case, we have to specify the starting index here. I am selecting element from index 3. Then I have to add colon, then after blank. Now this will print all the elements starting from index 3. It will print element 3, 4 and 5. Again I want to print element from index 1. In this case it will print 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now let's see how to add elements into a list. To add elements we have to use append command. I am typing x.append, then the element we want to add. This time I am adding capital A. Now I am printing the list again to see what has been happened. Now you can see A has been added to the end of the list. Again I am adding another element, x.append. This time I am adding letter Z. I am printing the list again. Now you can see Z has been added to the end of the list. So the conclusion is append command will add elements into the end of the list. Imagine if you want to add the element into a specific index, so we can use insert function. I am typing x.insert. First specify the index. I am giving number 2, then the element. I will add letter Q. Then I am printing the list again. Now let us see what will happen. Now you can see Q has the index of 2. Now I am adding Q to the third position. Now let us see what will happen. Now you can see Q has been added to the third place. Now let us see how to remove a specific item from a list. For that I have to type remove function. I am typing x dot remove. Then within the parenthesis I have to specify the element I want to remove. I want to remove element Q, so I am typing letter Q. Let us print the list again. Now you can see Q has been removed from the list. Now let us see how to remove the last element of a list. For that I have to use the pop function. X dot pop. Again let us print the list. Now you can see last element has been removed. Now let us see how to remove a specific index of a list. For that I am typing x dot pop. Within the parenthesis I have to specify the index we want to remove. Imagine I want to remove letter C, so the index will be 0, 1, 2. So I am typing number 2. Now let us see what will happen. Now you can see letter C has been removed from the list. Now let us see how to combine two lists. This process is called extending list. Now I am creating a new list called Y. Now I am adding elements. I will add number 1, 2 and 3. Now I want to combine x with y. So I am typing x dot extend y. Now y has been added to the end of the list x. So let us print the list x. Now you can see y has been added to the end of the x. In this video, I am going to explain about dictionaries. Dictionaries are ordered collection of items. They store elements in key value pairs. So this is the syntax for creating a dictionary. First we specify the name of the dictionary, then the assignment operator, then within the set of curly braces we can add keys and values. Similar to the list, we will separate each key value pair by a commas. This is called key, this is called value, and we separate key and value by a colon. Now let us go to the PyCharm and create some dictionaries. Now I am creating a dictionary called car, assignment operator, then within the curly braces I can specify keys and values. First I am specify a key called brand, then colon, brand is Toyota, then comma, again another key, color, value is white. Here 2019. Now we have successfully created the dictionary. Now let us see how to return the keys. For that we have to use a method called keys. Let me show by example. Print name of the dictionary car dot keys. Now you can see it has been returned the keys in the dictionary. Now let us view the values. For that I am typing print car dot values. Now this will return values. You can see it will return a list of values. Now let us see how to obtain a value associated with the key in a dictionary. For that I am typing print name of the dictionary within square brackets I have to specify the key. I am specify brand. Now you can see it will return the brand. Again I am typing the year. Now you can see it will return the year. Now you can see it has been returned the year. Now let us add another key value pair into this dictionary. For that, I am typing car. Then within the square brackets, I am specify the key. I am adding key called country equals. Then I have to specify the value England. Now let us print the dictionary again. Now you can see new key value pair has been added to dictionary. Now let us remove a key value pair from a dictionary. For that we have to use the pop function. I will remove the color key. For that I am typing car.pop. Within the parentheses I have to specify the key. I am removing color. Now you can see color has been removed from the dictionary. Now let us talk about if-else statement. We can use if statement to run a block of code when certain condition is true. Let us try example. If 5 greater than 4, then colon. Similarly, we have to keep a space of one tab. PyCharm do it automatically. Then I have to type the block of code I want to run. I am typing print condition is true. Now I will run the code. You can see it has been printed condition is true. We can use else statement to execute a block of code when the condition is false. I am try else statement, else, then colon, print condition is false. Now I will change the statement 5 less than 4. Now you can see condition is false has been printed. Now let us talk about while loops. We use while loops to run a specific code until a certain condition is true. Here is the syntax of while loop. We use while keyword, then the condition and colon, then we keep a space of one tab, then we write the codes we want to run. Now let us take a look at example. In this case I have created the variable called I equal to 0. Then I have created the while loop. Condition is I less than 3. Then content is print x. Then add 1 to the existing value of I. Now let us see how this code will run. First Python will check whether this condition is true or not. Since I is equal to the 0, it is less than 3. So the condition is true. Then Python will run the content. It will print x. Then it will add 1 to the existing value of I. Now again it will go to the beginning. Now I is equal to the 1. It is still less than 3, so the condition is true. So it will print x again. It will add 1 to the I again. Then again it will go to the beginning. Now I is equal to 2. It is still less than 3. So the condition is still true. So it will print x again. It will add 1 to the I. Now it will go to the beginning again. Now I is equal to 3. So now I is not less than 3. So the condition is false. Therefore Python will not run this code. Then it will terminate the while loop. Now let us talk about two control statements in while loop. First one is break statement. We can use break statement to end while loop permanently. So let us see this example. I have created variable called I equal to 0. Then the condition is I less than 3. Then print x I plus c equals 1. If I equal to 2, break. Now let us see how this code going to work. First I is equal to 0. So it is less than 3. So the condition is true. So it will run the contents of the while loop. First it will print x. Then it will add 1 to the I. Now I is equal to 1. But I is not equal to 2. It is still 1. So break statement will not work. Again it will go to the beginning. So I is equal to 1. It is still less than 3. So it will print x again. Again it will add 1 to the I. Now I is equal to 2. So now this condition is true. So now it will run break statement. So it will end the while loop permanently without go to the beginning. The second control statement in while loop is continue statement. We can use this statement to stop the current iteration of while loop and continue with the next iteration. So let us take a look at example. I have created the variable called I equal to 0. Then the condition is I less than 4. If I is equal to 2, then I plus equals 1. Then continue. Within the while loop, print I plus equals 1. Now let us see how this is going to work. First I is equal to 0. So it is less than 4. This condition is true. Then it will check whether this condition is true or not. So I is not equal to 2. These two codes will be skipped. Then it will print I is equal to 0. Then it will add 1 to the I. Now again it will go to the beginning. Now I is equal to 1. Again it is less than 4. So the condition is true. I is not equal to 2. So these two codes will be skipped again. Then again it will print I. Now I is equal to 1. Then it will be add 1 to the I. Now I is equal to 2. Again it will be go to the beginning. I is equal to 2. So this condition is true. This time I is equal to 2. This condition is true this time. Therefore, these two codes will be executed this time. It will add 1 to the I. Now I is equal to 3. Then it will run continue statement. So current iteration will be stopped. Therefore, it will not run these two codes. Again it will go to the beginning. Now I is equal to 3. So the condition is still true. I is equal to 3. So this condition is false this time. So these two codes will be not executed this time. It will print I is equal to 3 this time. It will add 1 to the I. Now I will be equal to 4. Again it will be go to the beginning. Now I is equal to 4. This time this condition is false. So the while loop will be terminated. So you can see in the output 2 has been skipped. Now let us go to the PyCharm and take a look at live examples. Now I am creating variable I equals 0 while I less than 5 colon I want to print 1 divided by 3 minus I. Then I plus equals 1. Let us run this code and see what will happen. You can see it gives an error when I is equal to the 3 because we cannot divide the number by 0. So we have to skip iteration when I is equal to 3. So let us try continue statement. If I equal to 3, I plus equals 1, continue. Now let us run the code again and see what will happen. Now you can see it has been run without any error. In this video, I am going to explain about for loop. We use for loop to run block of code a specific number of times. Here is the syntax for loop. We use keyword for, then the variable, we can use any name, then keyword in, then we have to specify a sequence. Here we can specify a list or dictionary. Then we have to put a colon, then we have to put a space of 1 tab, then we can run the contents. Here, this variable accesses each item of sequence in each iteration. Now let us see an example. Here I have created the list, then the values are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have created the for loop. In first iteration, I will equal to the first element of list. So it will print the value of I. In this case, it is 0. In the second iteration, I will equal to second element of the list. That means 1. In the third iteration, it will equal to third element in the list. That means 2. In the fourth iteration, it will equals to 3. In the fifth iteration, it will equal to 4. In the last iteration, it will equals to 5. Similarly, we can use range function to generate a list of values between two intervals. In this case, it will generate a list called numbers, which contains numbers from 0 to 5. We can get same results as the above example by running these codes. Now let us go to the pie chart. Now I am creating a list called x equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I am creating a for loop for iterating items of this list for I in x print I. Now let us run this code. Now you can see elements have been printed. Now let us run range function for I in range. I am typing 6 here, then colon print I. Now you can see these are the results. If you want to iterate between two values, we have to give two values separated by a comma. So I am going to iterate between number 3 and number 6. So I am giving number 3, comma 6. Then this will iterate number 3 to 5. Now let us run the code. Now you can see 3, 4, 5. Now let us take a look at how to iterate the values and keys in a dictionary. I am creating a dictionary called dict equals color equals red, brand Corolla, year 2000. Now I am creating a for loop for I in. Now we have to use keys function to get the keys. I am typing dict dot keys, then print I. I have to put a colon. Now you can see keys in the dictionary has been printed. Now I am going to print the values. Dict dot values. Now you can see values has been printed. There is another way to print the values. For that I am typing keys again. I am typing the name of dictionary, dict, within the square brackets I. Now you can see again it has printed the values. In this video I am going to talk about classes and objects in Python. In simple terms, an object in Python is a collection of variables and functions. We call properties for variables in an object and methods for functions. Class is a blueprint for creating objects. We can create many objects from same class. There is a class called car. These are three different objects created from that class. Therefore, we called objects are the instances of a class. This is the syntax for creating a class. We use keyword class. Then we specify the name of the class. Then we put a colon. As usually, we put a space of one tab. Then we have to create a function called constructor. To define function, we use def keyword as usually. Then we have to put two underscores. Then type init, again two underscores. Within the parenthesis, we have to put a keyword called self. Then we can specify the arguments. We use self keyword in front of variables to make a property. Here I have created a property called color. It is equal to argument color. Property brand is equal to the argument brand. Property model is equal to the argument model. So these values will be assigned to these properties. Now we have created a class called car. It has properties color, brand and model. Now let us create these three instances. First I have to specify the name of instance. We can use any name, then assignment operator, then name of the class, then within parentheses, we have to pass the arguments. So in this case, red is the color, Ford is the brand, Mustang is the model. In car 2, color is blue, brand is Toyota and the model is Prius. In car 3, color is green, brand is Volkswagen and the model is Golf. Now let us talk about methods. Methods are the functions inside the class or object. So the syntax of method is similar to the function, except we have to put self keyword within the parentheses. Now I have created the method called getDetails. It will print color, brand and model after we calling the method. This is the way of calling method. We have to specify the name of the object, then put a dot, then name of the method. Now I am creating a class called car. Now I am creating the constructor def double underscore init within parenthesis self. Then I have to specify the arguments. I am typing color, brand, then model. Now I am creating properties self dot color equals color, self dot brand equals brand, self dot model equals model. Now I am creating a method called getValues. Def get values. I want to print. I am using f string here. Color colon within curly braces self dot color, brand within curly braces self dot brand, model self dot model. Now I am creating another method called drive. I want to print I am driving. Now I am creating another method called stop. I want to print brakes applied. Okay, now let us create the instance of this class. I am creating an instance called car1. Within the parentheses I have to pass the parameters. Color is white, brand is Toyota, model is Prius. Now I am creating an instance car2 equals class name, color is red, again brand is Toyota, model is Prius. Now I want to print the color of car2, so I am typing print car2 dot color. Now you can see color is red. Now I want to print the brand of car1. I am typing print car1 dot brand. Now you can see brand has been printed. Now I want to call the getValues method in the car1, so I am typing car1 dot getValues. Now you can see values has been printed. Again let us do same for car2. Car2 dot get values. Now you can see these are the values of car2. Now I am going to call the drive method. I am typing car1 dot drive. You can see I am driving has been printed. Now I am typing car1 dot stop. Now you can see brakes applies has been printed. Now I am going to create a separate Python file for classes. For that I am creating new Python file. Give it a name classes. Then I will cut paste this into that file. Now I have to import classes from that file. For that I'm typing from classes import name of the class. Now you can see program is still working.